rest in peace. I don't know, man. It's very difficult for me. High Voltage, Highway to Hell, Back in Black. Those are going to be my 3 favorite albums.
What you guys have to know also about Deacon and his taste in music is he loves bells.
Yeah.
So that would, really help you out sometimes when you're trying to think about what he would like.
Something about bells, man. Like, just the sound of it is almost kind of like, it's like, you're ready for something crazy
just a little
or fucked up to
factoid
happen.
not that many people know,
Yeah, it's crazy on that. But, now, drum roll, please. The moment that everyone's been waiting for, because I think you had mentioned to me, and I didn't think you were going to fucking sucker punch me with this one so early in the show.
Number 2!
I got 2 words for you. Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden! Yeah!
Now we're introducing Iron Maiden to the show. So Iron Maiden
Any of you guys familiar with Iron Maiden?
Iron Maiden is something else. So each time that I lose a certain amount of weight, what I do is I sleeve a limb. So when I lose 55 more pounds, I am going to tattoo my whole back with the Number of the Beast album cover as my back. It's just...
He's not kidding.
That album is unbelievable. Iron Maiden is unbelievable. But let's understand something right now. Iron Maiden is not heavy metal. They are hard rock. There's a difference between heavy metal...
We've had this discussion before.
Hard rock. I don't know any songs that Iron Maiden does that can honestly say, like, oh man, that's heavier than Metallica.
It doesn't have to be heavier than Metallica to make it heavy. Mm-hmm. That is what I feel like you just don't understand.
No, I understand completely exactly what you're saying, but my thing is, and we'll get on to this, we'll get on to this in, next week or whatever, whenever we get a chance to, discuss this one, because I'll work this one into the show one of these weeks, but when I'm listening to Ozzy's Boneyard, big shout out to those guys on there, Luke, he was one of my favorite DJs, you gotta understand something where, I don't understand how Thin Lizzy, I don't understand how Rainbow, Rainbow, I guess a couple of their songs are heavy, but I don't understand how, no offense to our listeners, but Def Leppard, like I said, Thin Lizzy, who else is on there? Giving pre-shout-outs already.
Hey, listen, you know what? An apology is necessary when an apology is necessary. It's not going to wait till the end of the show.
Sure. And a couple others on there, like Deep Purple. I just don't understand how you're going to classify those guys on the Kiss. Like, they're not heavy. Like, they're great music, but they're just not heavy. They're not...
Okay, so, just like pain is subjective, and everybody's 10 is not the same. Your 10 could be different than my 10. Your 5 could be different than my 5. Same thing with heavy music. Some people are not that heavy of people, so to them, it's not that... It doesn't have to be super, super heavy for them to consider it heavy. So you personally believe that those are not heavy, but other people do.
I think that what determines heaviness is on a decibel. So if you hit a certain decibel, then you're heavy. Well, then you should
look up the actual rules.
Yeah, I should, and then we'll have that for an upcoming
time.
one. Number 1, if you guys didn't know,
you should know because it's part of every show. Metallica.
Anything new on Metallica? We know anything? No. Any new updates?
Any new updates on Metallica?
Yeah. S&M 2.
Oh, S&M 2, yeah.
Coming to Blu-ray and DVD in August. We don't have a release date yet.
At the theater, when theaters were still open.
We did see that in there. But, we definitely going to have one of those to give away for you guys.
High as fuck. Let me tell you.
But, Jones, that's going to take us right into, thank you for that. Guys, just so you understand again, this is a separate from what we normally have. Normal questions are for $25 for the prizes until we get other stuff going on.
This is a special.
This is a special one. I had no idea what it was, and I said, let's do it cool for the audience. Our winner of the week this week has Jones blew her load again too early.
Oh, is Mello.
Mello from North Babylon, who is one of our biggest fans, and he is the winner of the $25 Home Depot gift card. Mello actually gave us...
Congratulations, Mello.
Yes, congratulations, Mello. Mello always gives us a wonderful ordeal of compliments. We do appreciate him, and then hopefully we're going to reach out to him and wait for his response to hopefully get him on the show. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to certain types of...
Def Leppard.
Def Leppard. And definitely...
Which is why I said sorry before.
Definitely, basically, he's very knowledgeable when it comes to old school rock and roll, 90s grunge, all that stuff. So he's great to have on the show. We definitely want to get him. Thank you for that. Genius
and
of...
garage workouts.
And garage workouts, yes. Genius of the week, guys.
Genius of the week.
Here you go.
Real genius, yeah.
Real genius on this one. So here you go on this one, guys. Jones and I are doing the laundry. This place, like I mentioned to you guys, it's a skeevy place. You know, all laundromats are clean, you know, because the workers keep it clean and the ladies are nice there and they do nice things. But Jones and I, we're going to the laundromat. Put the clothes in. It was a little packed yesterday because of the rain, and you know, a couple days ago it was raining,
bad choice.
Yeah, just not good. And so we go to get some pizza and leave the clothes in there, and the machine that I had happened to put my clothes in the week before, it was fine. Now it doesn't work, so my bathing suit pops out. One bathing suit on the floor. There's 100 people there. Nobody bothered to pick it up.
The machine popped open and the bathing suit poured out, and nobody picked it up.
So we waited there, went back in, closed in, dryer, whatnot. So one of my dryers was done. Both of Jones's were done. Jones goes to get her clothes, and old man River comes out of nowhere and is like, hey, what are you doing? Stealing my clothes!
Oh man, this guy started yelling at me out of nowhere, man. Like, he's like, hey, that's my clothes there, that's my clothes. I said, whoa, excuse me, sir. I said, these are my towels and stuff. And he goes, oh, they are? And I'm like, yeah, this is my stuff. I said, I know where I put my stuff. I know which dryer I put it in. So then he looks up and finally looks and realizes that he's like 3 dryers away from where his dryers are, and then he's apologizing left, right, and center.
I mean, I'm just looking up or whatnot, and I'm just like, you know, I shake my head, and like, you know, my hands are both up in the air.
Jones the laundry thief.
You know, so we go, like I said, so my one dryer didn't dry. So now let me ask you guys, get us an email shot to us when you respond to the question of the week, deaconandjoneshow@gmail.com. Let us know, what would you have done? Would you have picked up the clothes and put it into the machine? Because now I just had to wait there an hour and nothing happened.
Well, and
it's common courtesy. You know,
let me interject here for a second, because I feel your pain. I do. I really do. But you would not stop and pick up somebody else's laundry and put it in. Because you don't want them to get mad at you for touching it.
I don't want them to get and think the same thing that guy thought was happening, but that guy should have paid more attention. The crazy thing that Jones didn't mention to you was that the gentleman had a pen and a paper writing down what machines he was in. So if you would have just looked down at your fucking paper, old man River, you would have realized, like, hey, listen, this isn't my machine. Okay, all right. So that being said, so we leave, we go get the pizza, we come back, and my one machine is still going. So I go get my clothes. Jones stays in the car. The guy comes up to me and he's like, you know, I'm really sorry, man. I didn't want to offend your friend. And I said, listen, man, you know, honestly, like, she's really notoriously known for going around and stealing people's towels at laundromats. So it's a good thing that you caught her. And he's like, really? And I'm like, no. And I said, have a nice day. And the guy just smiled through his mask, and, you know, that was it. And, you know, it's just some people like, hey, Jones, the sky's blue. You know, shit, you know.
Dude, so, this guy, like, he really attacked me. He went all in.
Yeah, just for nothing. So, old man River, congratulations. You're Genius of the Week.
Genius of the Week.
Jones, you're going to tell us quickly about our Citizen of the Week, and we're going to tell the viewers and listeners how they can help us out with that as well if they're interested in helping us. So, go ahead.
Okay, well, the Citizen of the Week, or is that the it's a group that's called the Islips Feed the Islips, and it was originally started by this woman in the community that started it as the Islips Feed the Southside Hospital employees during the COVID pandemic, when we were overrun and, you know, inundated.
And this, of course, is West Islip, New York.
Yes, and then when, you know, the pandemic started to improve and things started to get better, then they ended up discontinuing that program when it was no longer felt like it was needed.
So what are they doing now, Jones?
Now they reopened it again after a month or so off of the iSlips Feed the iSlips. So that way now, if you donate money on them, which you can find them on Facebook, just the iSlips Feed the iSlips, you can donate through Venmo, and they use local restaurants and businesses that they pay to make meals for families in need in the community.
Exactly, and thank you guys so much. Guys, we want to let you know too, we can't nominate ourselves for Citizen of the Week, but we did have a couple places that had given us a couple other gift cards as well that we also donated to the homeless, and we have been donating. You guys also can donate at the food banks in your area. Again, Red Cross is looking for blood. You guys know the deal. Jonesy, rapid response. Let's do it.
Sure.
First rapid response topic, Jonesy. I seen this because I brought this up because I know last week we were talking about country, and a lot of our viewers are like country music, and I know that you and our guest last week are big fans. Garth Brooks, Thunder Rolls writer, is Pat Alger, says, how many of us have been there, right? So I watched this documentary on Garth Brooks, right? Amazing. It's not a documentary. It's a biography. It's him going through his whole life, part 1 and 2 on Netflix. Check it out, guys. If you're not a fan of Garth Brooks, you will after this. I'm telling you, he's unbelievable. The guy's like, yeah, well, how many of us have been there, right? I can only imagine a lot of us that, we've been there, Thunder Rolls, be somewhere that we shouldn't be, He's heading back from somewhere that he never should have been.
I'm pretty sure he was at some woman's house.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, what are you asking people like that? Are you kidding me right now? Like, how many people...
I don't think the guy understood what the song meant.
He's the writer. How do you not understand what the song meant? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, come on, Jones. Like...
I mean, he doesn't even understand his own song. That's how,
So, I brought that up.